Okay, so welcome back to the TikTok uh, transition workshop. If you haven't seen the intro video, go watch it. It's the first video in this playlist. This video is on. This is going to be a bit of a tougher one, and this is primarily going to be because we're going to be talking less about TikTok and YouTube here, and we're going to be primarily talking about Discord. Discord is going to be the source, and there are other options you can use too. Patreon it does have some like new options. Ko-Fi is the same as well, but as an environment, Discord is very robust, and it's something that you should seriously consider using as your community hub, and we're going to talk about why. The reason we're here is because you need to get your audience somewhere where you can access them regardless of what they're scrolling through. The people that join your Discord are going to be the people that are most likely to want to interact with you. They are the people that are going to be most likely to go watch more of the videos that you make when they come out. They are the people that when you go live, you're going to want to ping them in the server and say, hey, I'm going live, just letting you know. And it's also a place where you can get to grow your community base, cultivate your community culture outside of the comment section, and if, God forbid, you get shadow banned or banned off of YouTube, which you'd have to be a real fuckhead to actually do, generally only pieces of crap actually have that happen to them, unless they get, hate spammed into oblivion. I know this feels icky. I promise you it's worth it. Let's get started. We're going to disregard my server, and we're going to get you started on something bare bones. Simple, good, easy. You're going to go down here. There is a little plus sign here that says add server. You're going to click that. And you're going to click, you can start from a template, which is good. Templates are fine, they can help, but we're gonna do this from scratch just to make sure that you see everything that you need to know. And yes, you can do a good chunk of this on mobile. The Discord mobile app woefully compares in comparison to the desktop app. If you don't have access to a computer, you can use the mobile app and try to follow along, but if I'm being pragmatic, go to a library, open up Discord in desktop mode, set this shit up, because there are a lot of options for setting things up that you are not going to have access to if you try to do this shit on mobile. Them's the breaks. I'm sorry. So we're going to click create your own. We're going to say for a club and community. We're going to say this is the TikTok transition workshop. And then you'll just upload a picture. Go to my pictures, and then we'll take, I don't know, we'll say my channel mascot, one that's just fucking stoned, and we'll click create. When we boot this up, you have over here, you have your members, you have a general text, you have your voice channel. These or VC. These are where you are going to we'll hop in a voice chat, video chat with people, a fun old time. The first thing you do whenever you start a Discord server is you go down to server overview, you tick default notification settings to be only mentions, and then you go over to roles here, go to default permissions, and make sure that the mention everyone here in all roles is turned off. This is important. There have been giant Discord servers that have been run by billion-dollar companies that don't have this turned off. Because what does this mean? What this means is that anybody can use the general at here, which at here is a mention tag that allows you to ping and send notifications to everybody that is in your server in the channel you send it in that is online. At everyone sends that bitch to people who are even offline. This goes to their phones or their desktops. With great power comes great responsibility. I understand that you guys might want to click at everyone every time you publish a video. I promise you, in my experience, that's just going to cause people to shut off the all notifications for your server, which can be done by clicking right-click up here, mute server, until I turn it back on. And those people, unless they look directly at your server, are never going to hear from you again. You never want to do that. A prime example. This is a channel I'm in called The Hub. The person who runs this has effectively created a mod for Terraria that is very popular. This is the update section for his server. This is where he posts updates about the mod. Other Discord servers will use announcement page servers, channels like this, to feed into their announcements, so everybody else will see them. Thousands of people, or even tens of thousands of people, or more, have access to this page, and this man was kind enough to post the fact that I was doing a subathon. This is the reason, short of sans the person who donated most of the money, that we are able to get copper surgery. This man never does global pings. If we scroll up, he has a specific role called @notify, which is just for people who have opted in to pings. You can set up all of these yourselves by creating roles and for that as well. We'll go through it together. But if you go up, not a single global ping, not a single at everyone. And this channel goes, the last one we had was in 2020. As you can see, people weren't necessarily happy about the pings either. So if you take nothing else from this video when you're building your Discord, at here, if you want to ping a bunch of people, do at here. At everyone should be a very rare thing, and this is a lesson that personally I should have learned, and I still have to learn in many different respects. Moving on from the gravitas, as you can see up here, there is a thing called streamer mode enabled. When you are having a thing like OBS open, Discord will automatically truncate people's names and their identities, so you can't just go randomly find some rando fuckhead who showed up in a live stream and go send them death threats. It's a good thing to have. Let's go over the different types of channels that we have here on Discord. We have a couple things. You are going to want to switch this to a community server. What is a community server? Community server comes with a bunch of other options that you wouldn't normally have by default. If you click enable community, you click get started here. You need to have certain levels of verification involved to have these tools. And I'm going to show you what those verifications are, and I'm going to tell you what you should do, especially if you don't have any experience doing any moderation. If you had other people handling the moderation in your live chat, or you just didn't moderate it at all, I'm going to help you out. First things first, you're going to want to click verified email required, scan media content from all members. This prevents abject pornography that is in non-age restricted channels. There are age restricted channels that are 18 plus. So if you want to post your VR chat, titty pics, or you want to be horny on main, you have to explicitly set it to be 18 plus. Otherwise, it won't work. We've clicked that. Things have been set up. You need to also set up a rules or guidelines page. They will create one for you, as well as a community updates channel. This is a channel where Discord will send relevant updates for community admins and moderators. If some info might be sensitive, we recommend selecting a role restricted content. Correct. And they have it created for you. We're going to click next. One last step. This basically, going in here to set up a community server, will take care of setting up the default things that I said initially. I wanted to at least take the time to harp on that by itself because it's important, but if you eyes glazed over during that entire portion, this kind of covers your ass. Here is our rules. You write the rules that people have to follow. This is where they default to when they first hop into the server. Your community updates is in your moderator only. This is a place where you can get updates, and you and your moderators can have discussions. Your safety. This is safety notifications channel. This is something you put as moderator only. You pick your language, your server description. This will be whenever you embed a server invite link. This is what will be present in there. We're just going to type bong water, and then we're going to click Save Changes. The next thing we're going to do is, you're like, hey, you were talking about verification earlier. What do we do with that? Well, we're going to go up here to moderation where it says Safety Setup, and these are the different things that you're going to set up to make things people okay. So we have DM spam and protection. Members, this is the verification level that you have to set up. Members of the server must meet the following criteria before they can send messages in text channels or initiate a direct message conversation. If a message has assigned a role, this does not apply. We recommend sending a verification level 4 community server. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You should, if you do not want to moderate people and you do not plan on spending a whole bunch of time in this Discord server, put this bitch on highest and keep it pushing. Because if they have a phone number tied to their shit, along with all of the other things in the verification level, including a verified email, been registered on this for longer than 10 minutes, and a verified phone, your bases are covered. You should also say members must accept the rules before they can talk in DM. This is important. You should also make sure to set up your server rules. Here are some examples. They give you that you can just put in there. Done, taken care of, lovely. And they have to click and accept them. Let's head back. Next up is AutoMod. You're able to block words and member profile names. One of the features of Discord is people can change their names when they're in your server. You can choose the words that you don't want. You can use regex patterns for advanced matching. For my coders and audience, you guys know what to do here. For everybody else, don't fucking worry about it. I barely understand regex as is, and this is fun, and I use it in my field. And you can allow certain words and phrases that normally wouldn't be allowed. When you choose you can also choose how you respond. You can send an alert to a chosen channel for moderators, letting people know that, hey, someone did some fuck shit. And you can give certain roles a pass from being stringent to these. Next up, you can block suspected spam content. Same things apply. Same thing with block commonly flagged words. You can hit, I recommend just hitting severe profanity, insults and slurs, sexual content. Honestly, you can probably keep the profanity off. I got a foul mouth. God knows I like to say the word fuck. And lastly, block custom words. I'm generally I'm generally an advocate for I got a bunch of trans friends, so I generally would like to put words like troon, tranny, and among other things from being present in this server, which is generally, I think, a good thing. These words are banned in my server currently, and you should definitely think about some words that you would want to keep removed as well. You can also block the message time, and you can also do things like time out members for certain amounts of time. Somebody says some fuck shit, time them out for 10 minutes. Might as well. And you can filter, and you can change the explicit image filter to be different if you weren't a community server. But you are a community server, so you have to filter things from all members to be considered one. We're going to click Save Changes here, and then we're going to go back, and then we're going to look at terms. If you can also require two-factor authentication for moderate actions. Moderators must have two-factor authentication enabled to ban, kick, or time out members and delete messages. Honestly, it's very, very good to have this on. I'm not going to go through and open the fucking Authy app and do this for myself, but this is something you're going to want to turn on. This will make it so that if you or one of your moderators in your community gets compromised by, like, say, my good friend and associate, poor fucking Rusty the robot. This poor bitch hit a no link, and now they're sending like bullshit blogspot games that are designed to fucking hack your shit. That protects your server if people get compromised. Here's your moderator only things, blah, 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 blah. Here's your rules. Definitely would behoove you to post your rules here as well, and so on and so forth. You now have your server relatively set up from a safety perspective in a way that's brain dead. It is by no means not nearly enough in certain regards, but so long as you have the highest level of verification, you make sure that you and your moderators have two-factor authentication involved, and you ban a shit ton of words and behavior, I think you're generally going to be fine. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is a few different things. There are a bunch of different types of content that you can post here on Discord. You have your text, your voice, your forums. These forums are similar to like forums of old. Forum. This will allow you to, say, create a new post here. Say, hello world. And then you can just type in here, Lori it some gobbledygook. And you click post. And then there's a bunch of little posts and stuff here that you can shift through. It is essentially a way for, you can have Kanban boards if you're a development team. You can have people post, hey, here's this fun thing that I did and check this out. And it's all searchable posts. It's a blog in a way that you can use to, sort of make blog entries towards people, or you can, your people in your community can use it to blog themselves. It can be quite fun, and it shows new ones that are made show up here. The next thing I want to talk about is the announcement. Now, I remember telling you guys earlier, I showed you guys an announcement page when I was telling you why you shouldn't use @everyone a lot of the time. This is an alert page. It can be signified by this bullhorn. Whenever you publish something, test here, you can publish it with your followers. This message will be sent, and when you publish this in your alert servers, this message will be sent to all servers following this channel. You can edit or delete this message later, and it will update corresponding in each following server. So, what this means is that if somebody, one of your followers, has their own server and they want to get updates of your live or when you're updating a video because they think you're entertaining, if you click publish there and it was tied in, we would get it in, say, let's say my announcements page. We click edit channel. Yeah. We click follow, and I'll show a prime example. So we select channel, and we put in general. Cool. Watch this. Let me type in a test server right there. Click publish. It gets sent. And voila. From server announcements. These pages are generally the places where you're going to want to put all of your YouTube videos. You do not want to publish them unless you're absolutely sure. Don't and use @here sparingly as best you can. Lastly, as far as text channels are concerned, we have a voice channel, which is something called Stage. Stages are basically, think what like a Twitter Spaces is, and make it better. You can add stage moderators. We're going to skip that. When you go on the stage, you can start the stage and pick up the topic circulation. You can create events. Yes, by the way, this Discord has the ability to create events. And you can just click a test. You can upload a cover image. We'll just grab any old fucking thing from my TikTok, from my downloads folder. You can make it update to happen annually on the March if you wanted. Click next, create event, and now you can share it with other people. We can start the stage. Just do a test event. Start the stage, and voila! Now I'm talking on the stage. But I don't really want to talk on the stage, so I leave it. Now I'm in the audience. When people join, they will be default to the audience. You, as a moderator, will be you as the person who started it, are on the stage proper. So you must be wondering, what's the purpose of this? Live streaming. This is how you live stream in Discord. What will happen is that you can have the chat over here, so you can see what happens. And if somebody in the audience wants to come up and speak, they can request to speak by hitting the request to speak button, denoted by a hand here, and then you click invite to speak up here, and then they click accept, and then voila, they're up. You can also turn off you can also allow requests from everyone and turn that feature off. That way, you're not getting inundated with requests while you're trying to record a podcast publicly. You can also change the topic, test 2, by hitting these buttons up here. Change the notification settings, new message previews, so on and so forth. Hide the chat, show the chat, hide the chat, as well as sharing your screen of different types, and having your camera on. If you want to do custom streams for your community, or you guys want to or you're recording a piece of content that you're going to publish later, but you want people to see it recorded in real time, this is where you could do it. The last thing I want to note with you guys about Discord is the server onboarding. This is key. This is wonderful. This is one of the most valuable things you have. When you do your server onboarding, you will run through your safety setup. So ideally, what you're going to want to do is you're going to turn on community and then go to your onboarding. You go through and set up all your safety. You pick your default channels. 7 channels must be included to be able to. There are some requirements. You must have at least 7 channels. You must include 5 channels where everyone can read and send messages. So, due to the fact that I'm not going to sit here and do that on camera for you, let's look at the onboarding for my Discord server. Onboarding is on. And then we're going to look at the default channels and pre-join questions. These are the different channels that you have. And then you can set up questions. For me, I have my Discord set up, so if you say, what do you want to do in this community? And then it's just all of everybody's interests. I have a role and they're all corresponded to roles and channels. I have a place for Spanish speakers. I have a place for people that play League. I have a place for people that play COD. I just recently made a Helldivers community. This is the other thing you're going to want, where you make a role and that basically allows you to ping as much as you damn well want. This is optional, and this is generally, a nice courtesy, because you don't know what people's gender identity is. Having your people's pronouns. I think this is a very nice thing, especially since I have a lot of gender non-conforming folks that are in my community compared to other folks. And you can see all of the different channels, but if you say we're somebody who, I don't know, I just fucking like the Elder Scrolls Online, this is your view. This is your view. Now, you might be wondering, Evan, what are these weird things up here? What's this? What's this member-only content stuff? This is monetization. Now, this is going to be the next video. So, hold your horses on that. But the last thing I want to note is this, or thus. How do you get people to this? Here's the key, right? The first thing you're going to want to do, more than anything, is you're going to want to go all the way down to user management, where it says invites. This is an invite code for the stage that was automatically generated. You want to invite people to this Discord. And so what you're going to do is you're going to click invite, hit edit invite link down here. You're going to click never, no limit. You're going to click generate a new link. Copy. And then we're going to go over here, back into server settings, down to invites. And this is our list. Now, you don't get to see the code because streamer mode is enabled, but with this link, this is your link. This link is what you're going to put in your link in bio tool. This link is going to be what you put in all your YouTube descriptions. This is going to be the hub of where you find your community, of where you build your community. There are lots of bots and tools available at your disposal that you can use. There is an app directory. I encourage you to browse through all of these, as much of these bots, and find things that you can do to have fun, things that are spur an engagement, ways for you to connect with the community. If I were to recommend any bot, it would be this one. It is a question of the day bot that allows you to make your own questions of the day decks, and using / commands. There's other Discord tutorials for that. And this will allow you, or you can use the generic one, and this will give people a reason to come in to your server every single day and answer a question, say something, do something. Functionally, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, I understand that you're used to having your community just be in your comment section. You might even, if you're really lucky, having your subscribers in your dedicated chats. This your Discord server will last forever. I mean, for as long as Discord survives. And even then, there's other options. If you don't want to use Discord, you can use things like Telegram. You can use things like Signal. I recommend using Discord just because they have a robust amount of bots that allow you to engage and have fun with your community and manage things properly. And pragmatically, at the end of the day, um, you need this. It's, you know, it is, my Discord has been the bedrock of my content for a very long time. I started it because I thought it was a good idea, and now it is the place where I spend probably the most of my time on the internet. And I'm happy there. And it's really nice as a creator to have to, have a positive experience with my community, and have the control to excise people and attributes of the community that are toxic and bad at my whim. Um, Having a Discord community, having a place outside of the place that you post your videos to have a community is very important. And as a small creator, uh, you're also going to want to keep this shit monetized. Let's talk about that a little bit, shall we? In the next video.